Today I'm recording in the stairwell. It's a Wednesday afternoon. I cannot believe September is almost here. Always as usual, my glasses feel dirty. Maybe I shouldn't have to wear them. I really don't need to wear them, to be honest. I'm not reading anything, so I'm not gonna. So I'm sitting here on a Wednesday. I can hear the... You wanna know what I hear? Wind chimes. The cat's new water fountain. The fan upstairs. And the leaky shower. That's what I hear. Do you ever sit and just listen to the sounds? It's pretty fun. So I'm listening to the sounds. I can see the disco balls bouncing around their lights in the house. I paused Reality Bites. I thought, you know what? I don't watch movies very often. I am not a big movie person. And if I'm gonna watch a movie, it's going to be normally, I would choose a biography. That's what I would choose because I love to know real stories. So normally I would choose a biography if I'm going to sit down and open Netflix or something. But today I was like, you know what? I think I want to watch an old movie because, I just wanted to feel like safe and cozy. And if I watch an old movie, I think that's what it's going to do. And old for me now is just like, okay, 1990. Reality Bites was 1990, and I was 20, most likely. So I really loved that movie back in the day. I felt like I could just relate to it. I could really relate to it. Although I didn't graduate college, and in that movie, it's about 4 friends who graduate college, and they're just trying to navigate life like we all are, right? I'm 54, and I'm still navigating mine. So yeah, I can't relate with the graduating college part, but what I can relate with is just being human. And they were doing a lot of human things that I could relate with, and the main character, Winona Ryder, she did a lot of filming with her Betamax, and I did that too when I was 20 and younger. I was always carrying around the Betamax and filming my friends, and I'm so sad because so many of those films have been lost. They're lost. We loaned them out to a friend so she could watch them, and then I lost contact with that friend, and I'll never get them back, most likely, and that's sad. And then the other one that meant a lot to me just somehow disappeared, so I can't even pull those from the archives because they're just gone. They're long gone. But I used to do it. I used to always have a camera, either a video camera or a camera in front of my face. I definitely didn't like to be in front of the camera like I am now. I liked to be behind the camera, and I could really relate to that movie in the day. And so I sat down to watch that movie and then got distracted as usual, paused the movie because my order came in from Amazon. I had ordered the cat's new drinking fountains. Their old ones are plastic. They were kind of cute, little daisy green, yellow, but they were plastic. And I've just been working so hard in this life to just do what's right. And plastic is not so good for us. And so during the pandemic, we got the Berkey, and you just put water in it and fill up your own containers. That being said, we bought a lot of water bottles during the pandemic for some reason. We had this and we had water bottles, and Motorcycle Man was bringing water bottles home, and I was going crazy, like, why are we having water bottles? But during that time, Man Cub and his friends were doing a lot of workouts in the backyard, like physical lifting weights and stuff. And Rich is so kind and so thoughtful. He wanted to make sure he had water for anyone who came over, and it's just convenient to be like, here's a bottle of water, instead of go get a cup and fill up your cup with the Berkey. So he made sure they had water, and that was great. But I really struggle with plastic bottles. I think they're just horrible, to be honest. They are not good for our bodies, and they also are just not good for the environment. I just was thinking, this happens to me. I'll be just, all of a sudden, I'll be like, oh, I think I need stainless steel water fountains for the cats. And then I just, as much as I also hate Amazon, I use it. And I got on Amazon and I ordered them stainless steel water fountains because I thought they deserve it. I also was looking at my bookcase and I was like, it's so dusty. How do people keep up with things, So dusty. And should I hate the word should, but should I be dusting the, maybe. I took my grandpa's original camera, he had a camera. Hold on a minute. I really want to show you. Hold on a minute. I'm back. Okay. This week on Monday, I went to Jerry Ann's and I visited her. She had knee surgery and her husband is super into photography. So I also brought this camera with me. So I was like, maybe Dennis can tell me a little bit about this camera. I'd really love to shoot it one day. It's the kind where, did anyone watch that movie about Vivian Mayer? She walked around, hers was much bigger, and it was a more, it was a more well-known camera. And you just look down in it, you take photos like that. And I thought, that would be so fun, to shoot my grandpa's old camera, wouldn't it? And so I took this to ask about it. He printed a manual for me, and I don't know. But anyway, back to the dusting. The reason I really noticed my bookshelf needed to be dusted is because I had taken this camera off the camera shelf. And then when I went to put it back, there was a perfect square where it was sitting. And I was like, wow, I should really dust, Maybe I'll do it today. I'll crank some tunes and I'll do it. But you know what I feel most thankful about? I am in my pajamas. I wear t-shirts as pajamas and pajama bottoms. And I didn't have to get dressed today. And I didn't have to put on makeup and I didn't have to comb my hair. And I could just be. And I feel so honored and blessed. Honored's not the right word. I feel blessed, lucky, however you want to say it, that I can just sit home and just do nothing after 31 years of working in accounting, bookkeeping, whatever you want to call it, at a construction company. Happens to be a family business that I'm no longer doing. And I am 54 years old and I'm like, what is my purpose as I'm sitting here in pajamas making YouTubes that are not getting very many views, but I have come to peace about that. Although it's in the back of my crazy squirrel mind, like, I'm not getting views. Thought I could make money doing this, but now what I've discovered is I've actually been connecting with other humans, which is very, very part of my core values. So that's good. Yesterday, I saw an old friend from high school, someone I didn't even used to hang out with, didn't really even know. That's a whole other weird story. If you listen, you get led to do things. And I was listening and I had a dream about this person a while ago. And I was in my studio getting art supplies and shuffling through my paints, and a binder fell to the ground and it was open to her name and address. And I thought, whoa, I just had a dream about her. And then this folder falls with her name. And I was like, God? Should I be listening? What's happening? So I wrote her a letter, and I felt a little crazy writing her a letter because, I didn't even feel like I was writing the letter. I felt like my body was taken over and I was writing her a letter. And I basically said, we're not too far from each other. Maybe we could get together, something like that. And I gave her my phone number, and then I put it in the mail, and then I thought, it was already too late. The mail carrier had taken the letter, and I thought, wow, what have I just done? She's gonna think I'm crazy, like really crazy. But I had no control at that point. She got the letter evidently, and I didn't hear anything. And I had put my phone number in the letter, but I didn't hear anything for like 2 weeks. And then I got my mail, and there was a piece of mail, and she thanked me for it, and she gave me her phone number. And then like a week after that, she mailed me a robe with cranes on it. You know how, if you've been watching my channel, you know what cranes mean to me. They remind me of my grandfather. They're very special to me. And she mailed me a crane robe, and I thought that is so sweet and thoughtful. So then I texted her because I had her phone number, and I said, thank you for the robe. Let's get together, which is also very hard for me. So the morning, which was yesterday, that I was going to get together with her, as usual, per usual, my body takes over, and I was in the bathroom about 12 times. No joke. It was, RJ was like, what is going on, Mom? It was definitely only nerves, and it's so crazy how our body does that. But I was really nervous to go to this person's house that I didn't even know in high school, and that I was intimidated by, and because of Instagram, which I'm no longer on, we were connected. And she's an antique person. She likes antiques and old trailers, and it's a long story, but the reason we reconnected was because of our vintage trailers, basically. I was nervous, but you know what? I'm glad I listened. I listened and I went. So today's story is just about that. If you listen, sometimes you get really nice surprises. You just have to listen. Like I'm hearing the fan and the leaky faucet and the fountain. No wind chimes at the moment. But if you listen, oh, there's the wind chimes. Gifts may come to you. So my advice in this video is just listen. Until next time, peace, love, and keep going.